of the times when men, well, maybe I should ask Pastor Kusi this question. Um, but Lady Farah, I'm asking, and then I'll let Pastor Kusi come in. So many a times when people are angry at each other, the men, let's say when the men are angry or when the woman is angry at the husband, the man do not take the chance to sit the woman down to address the issue, but rather he wants to channel it to sex, to love making.
Oh.
It happens. It happens all the time. A lot of men, rather than sitting you down and having a discussion, when they faulted, they rather just use a form of sexual thing to kind of cover up instead of properly apologizing. What is your take on this?
Well, for me, I would say that, if you want us to, get intimate and use that as a form of, brushing off the issue, yes, we will go ahead and, have sex and make love and all that stuff. But after that, remember the issue is still there. It still needs to be settled. So we can go to cloud nine and all that. But when we come back, we're still going to have to talk about it. So why don't we just talk about it? And then we can actually enjoy ourselves after that. So I don't think it's the right thing to do for the man. You have to be man enough and talk about whatever the issue is, settle it, and then you can have fun after that. Because if you don't want to settle it and apologize and you want to go straight and, have fun, the woman is not really going to respond because a part of her is upset or angry at you. So you're not going to get the full. She can just lay there and just have you do whatever you want to do. But mind you, when it's over, you still have, scores to settle. So just the best thing is to just settle it and then have fun. I mean.
Thank you. Yeah, that's it. Pastor Kusi, please. I'm not sure if you've heard this. I know that you're a counselor, you're a pastor, but this is an issue that is really ongoing in some Christian homes. And I want you to say something about this because if I'm angry, if you've made me angry, and I mean, there could be one-offs where the man doesn't really know what's happening, or why the woman is having an attitude. But a lot of the times, you know that this is what you've done to upset your wife. Why is it so difficult for you to come down out of your ego and just talk to the woman and apologize? Pastor Christy, please come in.
So I think, like Lady Favor said, that is not the right way to do it. But I think some men, it's hard for them to apologize. So maybe that is probably the form of their apologizing.
Like, why is it hard for men, Pastor Kusi? Why is it so hard for men to just apologize? I don't think it takes your headship away from you. Please go ahead.
I think it's more of the ego thing. Maybe some men think that it's hard. They will take their manhood or as admitting that they were wrong in that situation. I believe that if you are a man and you don't know how to apologize, you are always causing rifts or a problem in your marriage, because you have to know. It's easier for you to apologize than just don't apologize and just sit and wait that, everything will be all right. We will not talk, but maybe in a couple of days, everything will settle. You see, but what if it doesn't settle? What if something happened between that? You see, I think somebody was telling me a story where there was an issue between two couples, and they never solved it, where the husband went to work and came back, found the wife. The wife was dead on the bed.
Dead. Yeah,
but they never found time to actually, did not even check on the wife, and then just went away his business, and then came back and found out that, hey, the wife is still there, and realized that the wife was dead. So I think you have to apologize. Using sex as a form of apology, it's not right. And it's not going to solve the issue. But rather talking about it is important, because if you solve the problem, you can enjoy yourself better than you doing that, and then your wife is laying down like like a tree, and then you are just, it's not going to
Rigid.
do nothing to you. Yeah, so it's very, very important. So I will advise all men. See, when there are situations at home, just solve the problem. Talk about it. Don't let a day go by an issue. We disagree to agree. But I mean, that's why we are human beings. We will fault each other. But when we talk about it, things will be okay. Then you can enjoy your wife can enjoy you. You see, we are talking about men, but some women are also the same. You see, I don't want to just, some women can hold things, will not even talk to the husband. And it's a problem. They just don't want to even deal with you. So I think both of men, married couples, either the man or the woman, is very, very important that we work with each other. Learn how to apologize. I think I said apologize quickly. Yeah, don't just apologize quickly. The moment that thing happens, apologize so that you can have your wife can have you, and enjoy yourself. Peace at home is very important.
I just want to add a little bit to what Mr. Kusi said, but I also want us to take it from this angle. You know, most of the African men that we know, most of them did not have, or most of them don't have that parent upbringing. Okay, most of them struggled on their own. Their upbringing, it's a challenge to them. Okay, and so they did not know, or they don't know how to apologize, how to even ask for something. They ask it as if it is theirs already, and you are just keeping charge of it. You understand? It's the way they were brought up. Okay, and so if you are married to a man like that, I think it would take a lot of prayers and a lot of patience. Okay, the man has to come to the point where he is ready to learn and make the marriage work. Okay, if you don't get to that point, there is no way it is going to work. You cannot use sex to cover your ego, your pride, your actions, your attitudes, however we want to put it. But if the man or the woman, either one, from where they have been, I mean, from their upbringing, if this was not part of them, if they were not taught that if somebody's thing is there, do not take it. Okay, even if you're going to take it, can you ask first? Can you apologize when you are wrong? Even when you are not wrong, just for the peace of sake, I mean, for the sake of peace, can you just apologize and forgive? Okay, and forgive. Most of our upbringing is just, most struggled through their upbringing. They raised themselves, and so these little challenges is eating into them. They know to do it because that is how they know it is right to do. Okay, so if you are married to a man or a woman like this, okay, you have to have a lot of patience. You have to have that teachable spirit. You have to have patience, backed with prayers. There is nothing that God cannot do. The heart of the king is in the hands of the Lord, and he can turn it every way. But it depends on you who wants to make that attempt, and the husband or the wife also have to be in agreement with you that I want to be better. I want to do it right. If both of you do not get to that point, I mean, Lady Mary, it will be hard.
Yeah.
You would always hit the wall and come back.
Yeah, I totally agree. Awesome submission. Thank you so much for that. I want to emphasize, please, if you just join us on Facebook, you can share. This is an interesting topic that every one of us can benefit from. And the First Lady just added a comment that it is important for husbands to consider the feelings of their wives and allow the conversation to ease the conflict. And she says that this is also why some women use sex as a weapon. And she is right. She is really right. Even though it's wrong, but we do that. And, you know, we say that, media, but then we also hear that once you are married, it is no longer yours. You know, and I think that we have to try, like she said, our upbringing contributes to some of these things. But we should also, as human, we should always be available to learn. We have to be available to learn. We have to be willing to learn, you know, when it comes to some sexual positions that you don't know. And I want us to talk about our spots. Every human being has a spot, especially women. We have